September 10th, 2023. The Las Vegas Strip hums with neon light and endless noise. Tourists flood casino floors, chips clatter on green felt, and slot machines sing their synthetic symphonies. But inside the MGM Grand, the music stops. Screens flicker. A blackjack table goes dead mid-hand, wiping away a high roller's $50,000 win. Nearby, slot machines freeze mid-spin, their digital reels trapped in motion. At first, dealers laugh, assuming it's a glitch. But when the lobby lights dim and guests start lining up because their digital room keys no longer work, that laughter turns into unease. Within minutes, panic spreads through the corridors. The largest casino operator in the world, a $14 billion empire spanning tens of thousands of hotel rooms, has gone dark. No one knows it yet, but this blackout isn't a power failure. It's a digital hostage situation. MGM Resorts has just become the victim of one of the boldest cyber attacks in modern history. 11 days offline. Over $100 million lost. And it all began with a 5-minute phone call made by a teenager thousands of miles away. 4 days earlier, in a quiet suburban bedroom in the UK, a 19-year-old hacker sits hunched over his laptop. He's part of a loose group calling themselves Scattered Spider, a network of young English-speaking hackers scattered across the US and the UK. They live online, connected by encrypted chats, fueled by caffeine, curiosity, and arrogance. He scrolls through LinkedIn profiles of MGM employees, scanning bios, pet names, and job titles. His target is simple: the company's IT help desk, the weakest link in a billion-dollar chain. He adjusts his headset, takes a breath, and makes the call. "Hey, this is James from IT," he says calmly. "I'm locked out of my Okta account and my MFA token isn't working. Can you help me reset it?" The voice on the other end hesitates. The agent is tired, polite, and trained to assist colleagues quickly. The hacker sounds confident, friendly, and believable. He casually drops personal details: an employee ID number, a phone extension, a favorite pet's name, all stolen from old data breaches. The illusion is perfect. Within minutes, the agent resets the account, bypassing security procedures meant to prevent exactly this. In that moment, the hacker gains administrator access to MGM's Okta system, the digital keyring for the entire company. He mutes his mic, exhales, and types into a Telegram chat. "We're in." Dozens of screens light up in bedrooms and basements across 2 continents. "Nice," one replies. "Game on," says another. They move fast. Through Okta, they create new accounts, disable multi-factor authentication, and quietly open back doors into MGM's internal network. Each step is invisible. Every command looks like routine activity from a trusted employee. No alarms sound, no one suspects a thing. Within hours, the hackers are deep inside MGM's servers. They explore databases, cloud drives, and internal emails. What they find next turns their quiet prank into a gold rush. A file labeled VIP database catches their attention. Inside are thousands of high rollers' names, contact details, credit limits, social security numbers, even personal preferences, favorite sweets, wine brands, and how much they're willing to gamble in a single night. It's a treasure chest of identities and wealth. Another hacker stumbles onto something even stranger: the source code for MGM's slot machine software, the secret algorithm that controls the odds and payouts of thousands of machines. "This is crazy," one whispers. "We could rewrite Vegas itself." They laugh, half joking, but they keep copying files. By midnight, they've exfiltrated 6 terabytes of data: employee credentials, customer information, financial reports, security schematics. It's a digital heist beyond imagination. The group compresses the files, encrypts them, and prepares their next move. But their break-in hasn't gone completely unnoticed. Early Friday morning, an MGM system admin spots unusual logins on internal dashboards, unknown devices, strange access patterns. A red flag. He alerts his supervisor. The hackers sense it too. "Time to detonate," one types. The next step of their plan begins. They deploy their final weapon, a variant of the ALPHV ransomware, also known as Blackout. It's sleek, fast, and merciless. At 6 a.m., the first database server locks up. By 7, slot machine control systems start failing across multiple properties. By 8, the hotel reservation network collapses. Guests can't check in or out. Digital keycards stop working. Even security cameras go dark. MGM's empire of light and sound becomes a graveyard of frozen screens. Inside the Bellagio, Mirage, and Mandalay Bay, confusion spreads like wildfire. Managers rush to print guest lists, employees hand out physical keys, long lines snake through the lobbies. On the casino floors, stunned gamblers watch as every slot machine suddenly displays the same message: out of service. In control rooms, technicians scramble, but nothing works. Half a world away, the hackers watch the chaos unfold in real time on social media. One of them leans back in his chair, a smirk on his face, watching tourists filming the outage on their phones. He types into the group chat, "We just shut down Vegas." By afternoon, MGM's leadership receives the ransom demand. "We have your data, 6 terabytes, your systems are encrypted, pay $30 million in cryptocurrency or everything goes public." Attached are samples, spreadsheets of employee names, addresses, and social security numbers. Proof of total control. The FBI is called in immediately. MGM's board gathers in emergency meetings. Should they pay? Reports say Caesars privately paid $15 million days earlier to limit exposure to avoid disaster. MGM refuses. "We don't negotiate with criminals," one executive says. That decision costs them dearly. The hackers retaliate by locking down even more systems. Hotel staff are forced to revert to pen and paper for reservations. Guests are comped with free meals and sweets to keep them calm. Every minute offline bleeds cash, millions lost per hour. By the third day, things turn surreal. Elevators malfunction, room locks fail, security feeds flicker out. MGM resorts to handing guests bottled water in case they get trapped mid-floor. Across the Strip, rival casinos watch nervously while MGM's reputation takes a hit, seen around the world. The hackers, emboldened, release a public statement under the banner of Blackout. They mock MGM's security and threaten to dump every stolen file online. If no deal is reached, expect more pain. MGM holds firm. Engineers work day and night to rebuild the network from scratch. The losses mount, gaming revenue evaporates, restaurants sit empty, bookings collapse. The total cost will soon hit $100 million. In hotel back offices, exhausted staff write night after night into handwritten logs. IT teams solder rotors and rebuild application servers by hand. An operations director explains the maddening reality. Systems are complex, interdependent, and a single fabricated credential can open a cascade of failures. Restoring a database requires not only code, but context. Who did what, when, and why? That context is gone. Outside, lawsuits begin to appear. Guests threaten class actions over lost funds and spoiled events. Regulators demand explanations. Insurance companies open claims and start arguing over coverage. MGM's board faces inquiries from investors who want to know how a company with layers of security could be undone so quickly. Investigators trace cryptocurrency wallets, analyze network logs, and subpoena telegram records. Fingerprints emerge. A 17-year-old in the UK is arrested, believed to be the voice who tricked the help desk. In the US, another suspected conspirator is located with millions in Bitcoin moved from the ransom wallet. Each arrest reveals a familiar pattern: youth, arrogance, and a willingness to monetize chaos. But for every member caught, the crew's legend grows. In underground channels, Scattered Spider boasts about phoning in the apocalypse. Their message is part bravado, part instruction. They show how a simple social engineering call can topple an empire. Boardrooms around the world take notice. Months later, hearings are held. MGM's CEO testifies that the company was completely blind inside our own buildings for days. Lawmakers ask tough questions about corporate responsibility and the adequacy of cyber hygiene. Policymakers press for stronger regulations, mandatory breach disclosures, and better training for frontline staff. The industry responds. Casinos shore up help desk protocols. Companies mandate stricter verification. Multi-factor authentication becomes more intrusive. Training scripts are rewritten with role-playing scenarios that mirror the attack. Tech vendors advertise new features that claim to prevent the exact breach that felled MGM. Yet the vulnerability remains human. Victims tell their stories. A concierge loses decades of stored client notes. A high roller finds his private preferences exposed online. An accountant discovers identity theft attempts traced back to the stolen files. For these people, the attack was not abstract. It was a violation. Cybersecurity experts analyze the attack for months. They conclude that it was not just technical skill. It was patience and planning. Scattered Spider combined public data, old breaches, and social finesse. They weaponized human kindness. No firewall could stop a convincing voice. In the end, Las Vegas limps back to normal. Slot machines jingle again. Tourists return. The Strip glows. But the myth of invulnerability is gone. The attack becomes a case study taught in corporate security classes, a cautionary tale repeated in CEO briefings. Scattered Spider drifts back into the ether, their names now part of police files and news feeds. Some members vanish behind bars. Others vanish entirely. New groups learn from their playbook. The war shifts slightly toward education and process. But the attackers have learned an enduring lesson. The simplest path through any fortress is through its people. The 5-minute phone call that opened Okta was not dramatic. It was polite, practiced, and convincing. It sounded like help. It sounded like a co-worker. It sounded human. That tiny call changed Las Vegas forever.